Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video will be Dislyte PvE tier list for June, and then this is for patch 3.4.25 as well. So this tier list here is fully for PvE, and this is an update version of the previous one, which is 2 months ago, 3.4.22. So what is the difference between like this tier list and the previous tier list? I added a new tier here, broken. And then I will be changing the tier list method a little bit. So previously I only limit the tier list range to only Rezo 2, but then some player actually give me some feedback that if let's say Elite, for example, like Elite, probably the highest potential for Elite is actually at R6, and then we don't really need to cap the Rezo. So let's say if Elite Rezo is actually the best at R6, then I will rate Elite at R6 instantly. So it's a better value or better easier for those players who instantly check the PvE tier list. They would know that, oh, it is Elite here is actually at a broken tier, but you need Rezo to actually build her instead of just a strong tier. Then probably they won't know that it's actually a very strong unit, something like that. So that's the thing they actually recommend to me. Okay, so I will no longer limit the Esper Rezo, so the tier list itself will just be the PvE. If the performer is actually the top notch, then I will put them in the broken tier. But then the PvE tier list here will still focus around the Ritual Miracle, Dislyte Land, Philosophical Fantasy, the event content, and the lowest priority will be story stages. So you can go check out the top right side here. I'll be including how I actually rate the tier list. So based on the newest tier here, I will be moving some of the Esper. So they are probably meta or even better than meta, or the value is actually a lot more higher than the meta tier, because like within this tier, this box here, some player actually feedback that, oh, there's so many Esper in the meta tier, who are actually the most valuable or the most broken Esper. So probably we're gonna separate this thing out, right? So the first thing is I want to actually push Feng Shun to broken tier because of the AP push, because of the assist damage, the defense break, and all the buff Feng Shun is able to provide. Then the other one, I will put Chuyao up to the broken tier because of the speed leader, because of the seer, calamity, defense break, and also the assist chance. Assist provided by Chuyao is actually very valuable as well, especially in PvE content. So definitely at the broken tier. Then the other one will be at Lushang, will be at the broken tier, the one of the best buffer for your team to actually buff up your Esper damage. Then the other one will be Lapis. Especially at high rezo, right? If you have Lapis, you can easily use her in most of the event content. You can use Lapis in Shadow Glow, you can use Lapis in Shadow Gale, and then also in Philosophical Fantasy as well. Lapis value actually went very high, all because of Unas getting a buff. Then the other one I will say is actually Liam, because Liam being the only defend type of Esper that can actually does massive amount of DPS other than Wu Yu, right? But in terms of Sonica, the only best DPS you can have in the game that is actually defense skilling is actually Liam and not Wu Yu, because Wu Yu can't able to do assist damage, pursuit damage, all this kind of damage, and only Liam is able to do that. So Liam is also at the broken tier because of the assist and also the unique buff Liam is able to provide. Then the other one will be Champagne, the one of only unique buffer for the most of the content, and also Unas. So Unas here, the AP pusher king. So if Champagne is the buffer queen, then Unas will be the AP push king. So something like that. So I will rate them at the broken tier. Same for Slon, the one and only best DPS you can have for a single target unit. So probably you'll be asking like why Suje is not at the broken tier but is at meta tier. It's because Suje is actually very strong, but in terms of like late end game, right, in terms of DPS output, in terms of the value of DPS, Slon actually have a higher value than Suje in PvE content. If PvP is a different thing, but in PvE, Slon value is actually higher than Suje in terms of rezo value and in terms of damage value as well. Okay, then the others here, I will put them at meta tier, but probably not until like the broken tier. You probably see every single Esper that I rated on the broken in almost every single content. As long as you are able to use them, you are actually gonna see them. Probably I would debate like Sakura can go up as well, but Sakura usage and the power creeping is not actually as high as the other Esper. I put them at the broken tier. So I hope this breakdown will actually make it a lot more clearer and a lot more easier to understand who is actually the meta tier. Okay, then the other one is at the strong tier here. I'll see if there's actually anyone worth to go up to the meta tier. But so far from what I'm looking at, probably Ophelia can go up, but not really. Okay, the rest here I think they can still remain the same value. They don't really have any too much of a changes. Then for this part here, Moriyama will go up to meta. So why Moriyama go up to meta is because if you have a high res Moriyama, especially at R6, Moriyama is actually the one and only best DPS Esper you can be used in Dark Starlord. Then the other thing is Moriyama is actually one of the best DPS for event trials as well, like for example the Frozen Crucible, or for example the current one, the Lost, what's that called, the Joint Forces content. Moriyama actually is irreplaceable because of the how big a single target damage is actually able to do. So it actually plays a very big role in the Joint Forces. Then Elif here definitely go up to the broken tier as well. The moment you have Elif R6, you will find a whole new gameplay in your own account. Like having an R6 Elif and not having an R6 Elif is a total different gameplay. It's like if you really want to play Elif, the moment you have R6, you will find that wow, everything is so freaking easy, right? Then the other one, Yuhimi here probably can go up to meta tier as well, but I will still remain at strong tier for now. Okay, then for the decent tier, Iki will go up by one tier. I would say Iki is actually strong. The disease actually plays in a very important role in certain PvE content, and in tower content, Iki actually does a very amazing job as well. Then the rest of the decent tier here, I will still remain the same. Tolan depends if you're actually doing ritual miracles, but for now I will still put Tolan at decent tier. I'll probably just open a new tier for Tolan as well for later on, so I'll put Tolan here for now. Okay, then for niche tier here, is there any changes for the niche unit? In my opinion, no, there's no changes for the niche unit. Same for the bat, they still remain the same usage for PvE content. Then the next one, the Sig, is our first Umbra Esper. So Sig here definitely up to the broken tier. Sig is actually one of the best AoE DPS in terms of wave content, and also passive damage, and also debuffer as well. He plays a lot of role. He can place as a supporter, he can place as a debuffer, he can also place as a DPS role, and you can also see Sig in action in a lot of PvE content as well, especially in speedrun com, and especially in Desolate Land. You also will see some usage, not really that high, but it's still a very good choice that can actually debuff the boss while also doing damage for your team, and he can be played as a sub DPS role as well. Then Meta Ira is instantly at the broken tier as well, because Meta Ira, the assist pro, the assist boost, and also the AP push, the AoE assist for the whole team actually plays a very big role. So I will put Meta Ira actually at the broken tier as well. So then Maria is the new Shima Esper we currently have. So in term of PvE, right, Maria doesn't really have any usage other than probably you want like Joint Forces have an AoE healing thing, then Maria will play in action. But in terms of healing, probably we can just use like Ahmed or probably Sally. All these kind of Esper can actually replace Maria easily. Okay, so in my opinion, in terms of PvE content, Maria usage is very niche, very low usage, and most likely you won't use it unless you can actually abuse the hypothermia to the boss, but we can't. Then for Pindar here, so Pindar, we actually tried. Okay, I actually tried to use Pindar in PvE. Like his kit actually is very good, but in PvE he doesn't shine. Like in terms of doing benefit for your team, right? Actually, the current Esper we have actually does enough job for the PvE already, so he don't really shine in most of the PvE content. Yeah, in PvE, yes, PvP for sure he will shine, but for PvE there's no content for him to actually shine. But speedrun, So if you're using Artiar, so we all know that Artiar is the king of wave, right? So in terms of wave content, Artiar will just pew them and clear the wave easily for you. But Artiar is a max HP skill Esper. So with Pinda here that can actually provide passive max HP for your whole team, it makes your Artiar requirement a lot more lower because you easily boost the Artiar's max HP. Let Artiar does more damage will actually help you clear the wave a lot more faster as well. So this makes Pinda actually pretty good in Yinglong speedrun, probably in Fafnir as well, but only for speedrun content. Because if we look at the other, like for Settle Fantasy for example, which is our end game content currently, Pinda value doesn't bring too much because we don't really die, so the max HP doesn't matter too much. We don't really have a lot of max HP scaling DPS Esper, so the max HP doesn't bring too much value. And then the special buff only give to the captain's slot. And at the same time, Lu Shang actually benefit for the whole team. So in terms of the benefit way, Pinda is not really that good. So in my opinion, I will say Pinda will be at the decent part instead of strong. Decent is because he have his own specific usage, probably when only pairing with Artiar, but other than pairing the Artiar, there's actually no usage in PvE. So for example, let's say Jiangjiuli here, the usage here probably you can use as Shadow Glow as a lower tier DPS, or probably in tower content. Then JV here probably can use it for Memory Rift, for example, AoE kind of DPS. The true damage splash is kind of pretty good, but for now, Pinda, there's actually not much content we are able to use Pinda in PvE, so I will put him at decent tier. Then for Tolan, it's a special case. So Tolan here, if you're doing speedrun, he's actually at the broken tier. But if you don't care about speedrun, Tolan is actually at the lowest tier. So I'll put him at the pool here, just that I don't think there's actually a tier for Tolan in terms of PvE. It depends if you're playing speedrun. But for now, I think that this will be the tier list for the newest run. Let's see if is there anything I will want to actually change it. Probably not, right? Probably I will bring TLDR down to 1 tier. Then the rest I think I'll remain the same. So this will be the updated PvE tier list if you're actually looking at. So I separate into more detail. So I separate into broken tier and meta tier. So the meta Esper is still remaining at the meta tier because they are still actually very good, but other than just very good, they're actually broken, then I actually separate into the other tier. Right, so hope this video actually helped you guys out. If you have anything you want to actually suggest me, or you think that I actually rated them wrongly, you can also feel free to comment down and let me know as well, and what is your opinion about it, so I will check and see. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is GenMP, SPVCEJVMQ, Trendcan, thank you so much for your support. And also special thanks for the supporter or patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Wang Seimer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwaltz, Rimu, Choni, Antonio Winterspoon, Cregren, Calamity, Rocco Standions, Jordan Alons. Special thanks for your support. And also special thanks for the Super Thanks MVP, HMZ, RY, and X, Reeds. Thank you so much for your support. Special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat for the latest tag. Thank you so much for Code Wardeners, Calamity, Agni, Love Fatima, Fatima Little Underwear, Bloods, Riku Fred, Choni. Thank you so much for your support.